Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. I'm Justin, and I gotta tell you, today is amazing. It's a bright, sunny day. According to the phone, it's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which just feels amazing and warm. It's supposed to get above freezing today, which hopefully will be really good for our maple sap. Hopefully that'll start running. We'll be doing our first check on that this afternoon, and I will probably have that video released before I release this one, so I'll put it in the description if I remember in editing, and you can check that one out. But today we're gonna head back into the barn and we're gonna work on the rock bucket a little bit more, see if we can get some more metal cut and see how far we get in the next couple hours. So in the last video I got all my back pieces cut to length. I got all the ended with getting the gussets cut. I got those all cut now and ready to go. So the next thing I need to do is get the saw set up straight and cut all my bottom pieces to length. So I'm gonna get going on that first, and then as we do that, we're gonna start, as the other one's cut, we're gonna start measuring out and laying out our next cuts for our vertical piece for our angle iron across the top. So I'm gonna adjust my stop to get it back straight, and what I need to do is loosen these two bolts on top of the backrest here, and then I can spin this the nut on the bottom that you gotta grab, and then I can spin this backrest, and then I gotta line up the backrest with the zero, and then just tighten it back down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test cut before I cut my actual piece to length to make sure that it's pretty square. If not, I can adjust this fence a little bit in or out to try to get it a little more square. Alright, did my test cut. Let's see how it looks for square. And I'm going to go with that's pretty good. I can live with that. So we'll get set up now and we'll start making some cuts and drawing some lines. So before I go to town with the saw and drawing lines and all that kind of stuff, I wanted to kind of explain what I'm doing here with this angle. So this will be the top of my bucket, and my slats will sit in there like that. And that'll be the back, this will be the top. No, this will be the back, this would be the top. So what I need to do is, because this overhangs a 1/4 of an inch here, I need to cut that 1/4 of an inch out of the back to the height of this. So that's what this black mark is here. So that'll end up recessing in. This will end up flush with this, and this will sit over this piece and give it a nice, hopefully a nice clean finished look. So I know I need to cut a 1/4 inch off the back here, and then I measure my angle, and that is about, looks like to be about 1 inch and 3/4, which makes sense since it's a 2-inch stock. 1/4 inch thick, you lose a 1/4 inch. So I got to come down 1 3/4 inches. So I got 1 3/4 inches here, 1/4 inch wide. I got to take that little section out of all my back pieces. All right, so I'm going to show you guys one of the main features I liked about getting the saw back here. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to let it cut. And I could be over here measuring with the saw running behind me. That ends, I can take it out, put another piece in, come back over here, work on something else, and just keep working like that. So the saw will work for me instead of me having to do all the cuts. So we're gonna get that going and start measuring. you guys get the idea. I'll finish making these cuts and drawing out these marks, and I'll see you when that's done. I got all my bottom pieces cut to length now, and I got all of my top pieces marked, ready to cut that out. But I gotta make a decision on these bottom pieces. This piece right here is a 3" by 1/4. This is going to be my cutting edge, and basically these are going to sit on top of the cutting edge, the bottom pieces, and I'm going to notch out the bottom a 1/4 inch again to get these to recess in so that this is flush with the bottom of my cutting edge. I need to decide if I'm going to leave those flush, because this will end up getting cut at an angle here to make a slope. I got to decide if I want to have that angle meet flush with the cutting edge, if I want to have it recessed back. I got to decide if I want to leave my cutting edge the 3 inches, or if I want a radius in between. If I can get this in here. If I want a radius in between the 3 inches apart to make more like points in here, or if I want to leave it flat. So the things I got to decide before I lay out my bottom pieces. But for now, I'm going to think about that. I'm going to get my bandsaw set up in the vertical position and start cutting these out, because I know that's going to happen. Well, I got the saw set up in the vertical position. If you want to see how that's done, I do have a video on setting up the saw where I did that. Let's try cutting this and see how well it works. So I think it cut pretty well. I still think it's better than trying to cut it all with a grinder. But let's give it a test on the angle iron, see how it fits. And it looks like that's pretty flush and it's going to work pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Be able to weld in there. A little bit of a gap will be good, I think. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I got 18 more of these to do, and that's could be a little time consuming. You know, I've seen in some other YouTube videos where they snap their fingers and the things magically get done. Wonder if I can get that to work. Let's see. That did not work. Guess I'm gonna go cut them all. Bummer. How do those guys do that? Got all 18 of them cut now. Sorry, 19 of them. So took a little while, but that bandsaw really made pretty quick work of it. I'm pretty happy with it. And like I said before, I gotta make some decisions on how I'm gonna cut my bottom pieces, how far I'm gonna cut that channel for my cutting edge, and how far I'm gonna slant this, that kind of stuff. If I'm gonna radius my cutting edge or not, all stuff I gotta decide. So I'll be thinking about that. So I think that's where I'm gonna call the video for today. Pretty happy with what I was able to get done and how far I was able to get. According to the phone, it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit out right now. Feels amazing. So I'm gonna go meet up with Dana. We're gonna go check sap buckets and go get that done. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It really helps us out a lot. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Just Kate's Day Farm. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.